What do I do? Oh my gosh. I haven't been live in forever. I don't know what to do.
Mhm.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hi, everyone. Welcome to part two of this fantastic two-shot quest RPG adventure featuring this wonderful cast who will go around and introduce themselves. So, don't worry. You'll know who everyone is. And if you forget, everyone's names are below them. So that's also helpful. Um, Character names and real names. Internet names, either way. Hi, I'm Wren. I go by thornydryad everywhere on the internet. That's like a prickly bush. I am an agender variety streamer, TTRPG performer, podcaster, audio editor, and professional game master. You can find all of my stuff by looking for me on the internet, just like how I told you to. Um, Today, I'll be running this wonderful game for you all to enjoy. And if you haven't checked out last week's VOD yet, shame on you. Just kidding. Go back and watch it. It was a great time. And it will give you context for what happens in the second half. If you're watching the second half before the first half,
Good for you.
yeah, that's awesome.
Sorry.
Thank you for joining us. Why don't we go ahead and just move down the line of the overlay here, and I will pass it over to Zoop.
Hi, I'm Zoop or Zoop Machine. You can stick that phrase in your favorite search engine. I'm also taking suggestions as to whether I should get a beacon card or link tree, so totally put that in the chat. And you can find me in various places. I'll give you a longer list at the end once you decide you like listening to me. I will throw it to Tori.
Hello, my name is Tori. You can find me all over the internet as ThatNerdTori on all of the socials. I am the only one that exists. I don't know what else to say all of a sudden. I have a new microphone this week. That's the most exciting thing in my life right now. And yeah, you can find me on the socials doing nerdy TTRPG things. Sometimes I do Foley sound effects. That's the other cool thing I do. And yeah, I don't know. I will pass it to Miguel.
Oh, hi, hello, and whatever, everyone. I am the internet's Miguel Classico. My pronouns are they, he. I will be portraying Grieflock, a frog folk. He's line cook, he's a fighter, he's just happy to be here. And then I guess I'll be throwing it to uh hold on. I'm being a nerd. I wrote everyone's name down. To Emma.
Hello, I am Emma, playing Portia Partior, Faye party planner, recently set her little gift wrap cutting knife aflame and did some cool things. Very excited to be here, both I and she. She may be slightly more stressed than I. Uh, and I will pass it to Taylor.
Hi, I'm Taylor. I'm Spunky Taylor on all social media. I'm very excited to be here. I'm a POC variety content creator, cosplayer, do all the things. I mainly live on TikTok a lot. So yeah, I think that was everyone.
That was everyone. And of course, big shout outs to Friends Who Roll Dice and our wonderful tech cat crew for keeping things running behind the scenes here. We'll do it again later. We'll call you out again later. All right. So last time we played, y'all had an adventure. You met with an elder kobold named Mama Crag at Mama Crag's party planning shed, because it was basically a little shed on the side of a mountainside, where she told you some stuff she needs for the party for Nestor the Wise, a famous dragon who is a uh, purveyor of fashion and fabrics, famous for creating the Nestor's rump design. And yeah, you're throwing a surprise party for him. And that involved getting some materials needed to make a dragon cake, which took you to Bone Town, and y'all met the mayor of Bone Town, Lord Femur. You got some bones to make bone meal in a non-questionably gray moral way. And you also collected cockatrice eggs from the jungle in another act that was not morally questionable. And then you decided to take all the stuff back to Mama Crag's shack so that you could give her all the materials you have, and you have one thing left to do. And Mama Crag turns to everyone as you walk through the door and says, "Oh, you're back. I can't believe it. You've brought all the things that I asked you to get, and that was done in record time. It took like half a day."
Oh, well, we have this is Hector the Well-Endowed speaking. He is a giant hippo man, known for his magical prowess, and some other prowess, but really just wants to be known for his baking prowess. And he looks at Mama Craig and says, well, we have the bone meal and the cockatrice eggs. We realized we didn't get buckets for the milk."
"Oh, you mean I sent you with all the things you needed, a cart and a water buffalo to pull it, and a courier, a male kobold to deliver messages, and I didn't even give you a bucket? Oh, all right. So no milk yet."
No, we're here for the buckets.
This is a lot to do in one day. I would just like to make that observation, says Alfie Hedge, who is a small hedgehog magician.
Do not say the hog part, though.
We don't call him a hog. No, he's a hedge magician.
Mama Crag turns her graying green scales, glinting in the dim light of the shack. She says, "I understand. I'm doing a lot of work behind the scenes here. Do you know how much I've been running myself ragged getting this party ready? I'm having you do a very small amount of tasks. And while I appreciate your efforts, I've got to say, you're doing a good job. But I'm not sure I like your sass."
Oh, no sass, ma'am. No, none whatsoever.
I was just making an observation. I'm sorry.
Just buckets.
Buckets.
Yeah, there's buckets in the corner. She points to a corner of the room, and once again, there's just a pile of buckets next to the pile of sugar that she had indicated the other day. And there's like 6 buckets. 6 buckets. Yeah, we'll go with 6 buckets. That feels like a good amount. We're not going to need like a coffin's worth of goat milk. We're going to need a couple buckets. And I will trust, and she points at Hector, you with your baking skills to know how much milk to collect.
Absolutely. He's like so happy.
Uh-oh. Is that me?
I think things jumped a little bit. Wren looks frozen to me. Am I the only one who thinks that?
GM's
No.
frozen, go crazy!
GM's frozen.
Yeah.
Quick, we're making a normal cake.
Yep, we're making a normal cake. And I think we should also send
We're
a letter
all the GMs now.
we should also send a letter to this dragon to make sure that he knows that we're throwing a surprise party for him.
Mhm.
We're
Yes.
roll by committee.
So that we don't get cooked.
Yeah, I have a very distinct concern that we're
Hello?
going to show up. Oh,
Yes.
no,
Hello,
the GM is
Wren.
back.
Hello, Wren.
Woo!
We have taken over. Sorry.
Yes, we have caused so much mischief while you were gone.
Chaos.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no,
Oh,
have they
dear.
frozen again?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I thought they
Definitely
were just
frozen.
holding up their hands in
Yeah,
suspense,
like-
but I
I
think
know,
I
they're
thought so
every-
too.
Every post I've been
Yeah.
doing has been normal, just being like,
I can't tell what I can't
We
tell where
can
the
hear
technological
you, but we
glitch
can't
is.
see you move.
Yes.
Oh, it must be me.
Hey folks, we're gonna go to a BRB super quick. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Bye, wave. Bye.
Technical difficulties.
Solidarity.
Hey everybody, we are back. Sorry about that. I'm handing it right back off to Wren.
Hi, sorry, my internet was weird. Hi. Yeah, so Mama Craig is giving you all buckets. 6 buckets and expecting Hector to be able to figure out how much milk to collect. That's it. Just get out there and get that milk and bring it back like ASAP because I'm running out of time.
Do we know where the goats are?
Absolutely.
We know where the goats are, right?
The
Yeah, yeah.
mountains.
They're on the
Okay.
I
top of
believe they're on the mountainside.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
they're
Good.
they're on the mountain next to Mount Peril, which is where the party is. So realistically, if you get the milk, you can bring the milk to Mount Peril and we'll have the cake prepped there.
Oh, is there a big, I mean, you're gonna need a big oven.
Oh yeah, no, there's a dragon-sized oven,
Perfect.
which is really to say it's the same size as a regular oven, just, with bigger handles.
I mean, I was not going to
Makes sense.
ask if it was the correct size to roast a dragon in or for a dragon to use, but thank you for answering.
Roasting a dragon. That's probably not a good thing to say around the kobolds.
Oh, well, I wanted to check what dragon size oven means.
Phrasing did leave some room for interpretation.
A lot of things in this world do.
Very good.
Milk.
We will take the
Milk.
buckets and be on our way.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
Great. I'll see you at the party.
See you
Y'all,
at the party.
y'all walk out the door.
I hope she's
Um,
not mad at us. Do you think she's mad at us?
Uh, um, I stick my head in. It is important to sift all the dry ingredients together properly, and it is a lot of dry ingredients. So, maybe you want to get some of your children on the mixing, the sifting, so that we can just add the milk and eggs when we get it back.
That's a great suggestion. Offspring, to me. And they all start to swarm. Just grab the sifters. We're going to start sifting dry stuff. And they all set about their business as you depart from the shack.
Who is our male kobold that's with us?
It was Bass.
Bath. I didn't have that written down. Bass, you knew where the cockatrices were. Do you know where the mountain goats are?
Yes, on side of mountain. Next to Mount Peril.
Helpful.
It's called
Awesome.
Mount Safety.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. That sounds
There's
great.
there's a second
What?
mountain, and it's called Mount Safety.
and then there's Mount Peril.
Yes,
Oh, so
interesting.
they're not on Mount Peril, they're on Mount Safety.
Yeah, the mountain
Goats
next
are
to
at
Mount
Mount
Peril.
Safety next to Mount
Okay.
Peril. The
Gotcha.
party is at Mount Peril.
Okay, caught up.
Bass, Mount Safety isn't one of those like ironic names. Like,
Yeah, it's not like
like-
naming a bald man Curly, right?
It's not
Right.
like Greenland and Iceland, right? Energy.
if we know what those places were, I'd ask the same question.
Yeah.
It's a safe mountain. This Mount Safety.
Oh, very safe. Very safe for goats.
What about for us?
Oh, yeah. No, very safe. Go to goats, get the goat's milk, yes.
Okay.
We'll be
Well,
safe
I don't know
even
why-
though we are not goats.
I don't know
Listen.
why, but I trust him.
Goats are pretty fragile creatures in general. I mean, hedges were much more robust, and I think the rest of us are all quite robust as well. And looks at Hector.
True that. Yes. We march.
You march, bringing that cart along with the water buffalo, dragging it behind, and you walk along through the jungle for a number of hours following the trail. In fact, things couldn't be any more clearly labeled because, again, there is a big sign that says this way to Mount Peril, this way to Mount Safety, and you're able to follow those. However, when you do arrive at your destination, you see that there are two mountains that loom in the distance, one wreathed in smoke with a plume of desolation about it, an arid, craggy surface with stones and slopes and treacherous trails that lead up the side. And are those pterodactyls swarming and circling around the exterior of it? Ah, yes. That's Mount Peril. You turn and look and see another mountain off on your left, this one lush and green and undulating as it rolls across the countryside. And there's a sign that says, "Welcome to Mount Safety, the safest farm this side of Mount Peril."
Very specific.
On
Yeah.
one hand, I'm quite happy that Mount Safety really does look quite so lovely. On the other hand, Mount Peril, it looks like a worse place for a party than I thought.
May
Aesthetics
we...
and the etymology seem to line up a little too well.
Mhm.
The good news is this appears to be a farm, so the goats should be open to being milked.
Yes.
You know what's
With-
great? Having
with
birthday
permission?
parties on farms. Maybe we could convince them of a change of venue to somewhere not so pterodactyly.
But it's also not our party. What if they like the pterodactyls?
And it's a surprise party. You can't really
Yeah.
tell someone who's being surprised that they should go to this farm.
Secondary
assume-
location just for no particular reason.
Yeah.
Good point.
I assumed that the pterodactyls were guests that had arrived early.
Oh, yeah,
That
it's
does
also
make sense.
super possible.
We haven't seen the guest
suppose
list.
so.
That could totally be true.
Mm.
Do you
Hopefully
think
nothing to
someone
worry about.
Do you think someone owns this farm and these goats?
That's
Why
a
don't we
good
go
question.
knock at the door?
I reckon it's whoever made that sign.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the goats that made the sign.
Oh, that
Yeah.
consent. Consent. Consent is
Consent.
important.
Consent is
hold
going to
little-
be very important in this.
Little paintbrush in their mouth,
Yeah.
their little goatee mouth.
Very talented.
Yeah.
So the plan is to find the farmhouse and knock on the front door.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I-
And if
I
there's not a
trust
farmhouse,
Portia
we
to
ask
do
the
that.
goats.
Portia, a little fairy with her bright pink bob and just pockets full of party supplies, will zoom up to the front door and do a very polite little tap, tap, tap.
As you approach this building, it is massive, at least 10 times bigger than a traditional human house would look. The front door stands roughly 20 feet tall and about 7 feet wide, and it has a massive iron knocker on it.
Let's remember how many of us in this party are under 4 feet tall.
It's a majority, I believe. If not, it's not an entirety, but it's a majority. I will attempt to knock the knocker. Am I able to, or is it too heavy for me? I'm certainly going to try.
Roll a d20.
That's a 4.
No, it is far too heavy for one person to do,
Oh,
especially
help.
because it's like way up there.
Everyone just hears very muffled, just
Des can come up and try to help.
Yes.
Should I like, should I roll a d20 for that?
Yeah, roll a d20 to climb that door and try and assist with knocking that knocker.
fine. It'll probably budge in a moment. Probably.
I got a
I'm sure of it.
9.
Uh,
We're trying our best here.
You are trying your best. Tough choice. So, let's see.
We're gonna
You-
break the knocker.
We're going to break some part of
I
ourselves.
think you're gonna break
As an
something. I don't know if it's
alternative,
the
Something's
knocker.
breaking.
If we have bad luck with the knocker, I could roll myself into a little ball and someone could roll me at the door. We could knock on the door that way.
Yeah, as Destiny and Portia are working together to try and get this knocker to work, here's your options. You can get the knocker to work, but cause it to break,
Mm-mm.
or you can fail to be able to knock.
Is it just my decision, or is it like both of us together? Or
You rolled the dice. If you want to share the responsibility, you can, but otherwise I'd say make the choice for both of you.
I would love to hear your thoughts. I was gonna say go ahead and break it.
I was going
try
to say go ahead and break it. So.
Yeah, we knocked it, but we broke it.
All right.
Oops.
Good.
Yeah.
We're making
So
a good first impression.
you knock on the door and you get that real satisfying boom, boom, boom. But then after that third knock, the screws holding it together turns out the wood's a little dry, and they start to pull out, and this massive iron door knocker starts to fall. Everyone down on the ground, please roll me a d20 to get out of the way as it comes careening off of the door in your direction.
Are we
Saw
still
that
like,
two
one
of us
coming.
as
we're like
well.
we are
Okay.
hanging on the knockers.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead
a
and roll as well.
13.
13.
7.
Okay.
I should stop using this dice for the evening, I think. That's a 3.
All right.
Guys are so cursed.
I was
This was
like,
so
I was saying
blessed
that's
2
like
days ago.
19.
19. Okay. How'd we do, Miguel?
Oh, me? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, no. 1.
Oh.
I'm so sorry, Miguel, for any damage that has been done. I'll make you a snow cone.
I'm also sorry. If it's any consolation, I'll be sharing it with you.
Snow cone's dope, so that's cool.
Those of you that fail normally,
Oh,
well, we have to really come back and figure out something awful to happen to you, I guess.
that's all right.
Those of you that fail normal style take 2 damage. Those of you that roll between 6 and 10, which I believe was just our wonderful Alfie, you have a tough choice. You can either avoid taking damage by jumping out of the way and having your favorite item on your person being crushed as it gets dropped as you leap out of the way, or you can just take the damage.
And it's 2 damage?
Yeah.
I'm going to take the damage. He really loves his top hat.
Wait, it's as it falls. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay, as it falls,
Mhm.
Hector comes up and casts effortlessly pinch. You imbue your fingers with supernatural strength. For the next minute, you can effortlessly pick up and move objects of any weight, as
Oh,
long as you can reasonably handle their size and shape.
Okay.
So I will catch this door knocker as it falls, stopping it from crushing anybody and gently putting it to the side.
okay. That's some quick thinking. So anyone who took damage, forget about it. As Hector effortlessly catches this massive iron door knocker and sets it down gently on the ground.
Wow. Oh, wow, Hector, that was so
Hector,
wonderful.
that was so cool.
Thank you.
I was really worried this was going to squish us all. I
It might have.
have some strength for the next minute. Let me just push open this door while we're at it.
Oh, shouldn't we wait for someone to answer?
Is that a push or a pull?
Or you use your strength to put the knocker back.
Oh, that's true. You know what? I will hold the knocker up so that somebody else has to go and nail it in properly, but I can hold it up.
I'll try to nail
I'll
it back.
also
'Cause,
try.
Like, we've been
Does
doing
anyone
great.
have a hammer? Because I certainly don't. I am a humble magician.
I have a flask.
I have a
I
large
have a
binder.
knife.
I do have a hammer. Number 4 on my list. I do have a hammer. I have
What?
a hammer.
That's amazing!
Yeah, it's number 4 on my list. Like, let me check my inventory. I do have a hammer. Number 4 on my list. Next to
I
a
love
sword.
this.
Yay!
All right.
We were strangely prepared for this exact eventuality.
I don't know. I felt like Des was ready to fix something, or like was gonna hammer up the banners for things. So
You start getting ready to hammer that back into place on the door, and the instant you start tapping on the giant nail, the door starts to open, and you kind of both stagger, or you've got that moment where you go to swing and there's nothing solid for you to hit onto. And the door creaks open, revealing a massive, broad-chested, bearded, bald, a little doughy, but giant, wearing jean overalls and a red flannel shirt. And he opens the door and looks down and goes, "What the hell do you want?"
Not the Joveralls. I think Alfie would be like, hello, sir. We are here on behalf of Mama
Craig.
Craig?
Craig.
Mama
Yeah.
Craig. And she would like us to bring some buckets of milk to a birthday party.
That you're also invited to. Here's your invitation.
We have an invitation for you.
Yes, the quickness.
Just like we did before.
Yeah, just like we did before.
I don't do birthdays.
Oh, that's fine.
That's fine. You can still have an invitation.
Where's this party?
Mount Peril.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right next door.
Just slightly left of the pterodactyls.
You tell this giant that the party is at Mount Peril, and his upset face gets even more dour looking, as if it were somehow possible. He goes, "Oh, it's for that troublemaker Nestor, ain't it?"
The dragon, yes.
Yeah, the fashion designer.
Yeah.
Hate that dragon.
Oh,
But you
y'all
don't
have-
hate us, so maybe we can have some milk?
That
please?
milk's for Nestor's birthday party. No, you can't have any of my goat milk.
Good sir. Is there did you and Nestor have a falling out?
Is there something we can mediate?
Big fancy folk thinks he better than me.
I'm sure he thinks no such thing.
yeah. Especially
he
look,
say
we got
that?
we got an invitation.
I saw you make that up right now.
No.
What? No.
No.
We would
I
not
don't
do
think that's
that.
right.
You coming here breaking my door, making up invitations, thinking that I'm not smart enough to know what you're doing.
No. Okay, the
would
door
like
was
to-
definitely a mistake.
We fixed it.
While this is happening, Alfie very quietly waves his hands and casts bamboozle on the giant. And I make a nearby creature mildly confused about a specific subject until I leave the area. And I would like him to be confused
About his feelings about Nestor?
Yes, I was torn between that and the invitation, but I don't care if he knows we made up the invitation. I'd like him to be confused about how he feels about Nestor. Confused in any way is good for me.
Yeah.
What does this spell look like when you cast it?
I think he like takes his little pause and he goes like this and says like "Alakabloozle" very quietly under his breath.
Portia goes, "Oh, bless you."
Thank you.
After you say Alakabloozle, a small glittering of what basically looks like dust floats around this giant's face and inhales as he breathes. And for a moment, he looks down at you all and is very, very grouchy looking, and then says, "What were we talking about?"
We were talking about
Nestor
your
the
relationship.
dragon.
Yeah, your relationship with Nestor the dragon and how you've been looking to repair that fracturing that was just because of a misunderstanding, I'm sure.
I don't even know what Nestor did, but I'm feeling I'm feeling like I feel like I was mad for some reason, but I don't really know why. And
Sometimes the
Mhm.
heart just makes you feel weird things when you're feeling things with your heart.
And your feelings are valid.
I
Mhm.
I think I think I think I think I want to make breakfast for Nestor.
That's such a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
That is perfect. We
Yeah,
will
same.
help you collect the milk.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you can bring the breakfast and the milk to have with breakfast, because it's important to have a glass of milk with your breakfast for the health of your
Yes.
quills.
Yeah.
To his birthday party, which is happening this afternoon. It'd be perfect.
Turns out.
Oh,
Just brunch.
I don't do birthdays.
Oh, that's so
Oh.
fair. We could bring it to him.
On
Would
your
you?
behalf.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We would be so happy to help you.
that would be
And
great. You
we'll-
could bring the milk and you could say this is from Giant Hector.
There's two
that-
of you.
There's two Hectors.
Your name is also Hector.
Portia starts looking back and forth.
Oh my
Best.
gosh.
Best.
Best.
Yeah. That sounds like a great idea.
Mhm.
Portia,
Yes.
Portia could even help you write a note
Mm-hmm.
just expressing your positive feelings towards Nestor.
Absolutely, I would be so happy to. You can dictate and I can write it out and we can include it along with the milk.
He gets very flustered at this and says, "What? Because I'm a giant, you think I can't read and write?"
No,
No, I
Portia
simply think my
does-
pens are really tiny. All of my calligraphy is just for my, my tiny little hands.
Yeah,
It's
Portia
really
does
quite an
calligraphy.
inconvenience.
Mhm.
So, like, you can obviously read and write. You have your own pens here in the house, but Portia does calligraphy, and it would be a really nice, like, presentation.
If
Exactly.
I wanted to write a note to somebody that I cared about, I would ask Portia to write it.
Now, don't get me wrong. I
You?
don't know how I feel about Nestor.
It's okay, you can express that. The good
Okay.
and the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Sharing is
Feelings are
okay.
valid. This is a support group and a safe place.
Doing therapy on a giant.
Just let it all out.
You can cry.
Takes a giant hand and strokes that long beard that's on his chin and says, "I got nothing to let out. I'm a giant of stone,
Mm-hmm.
a stone giant."
But does that mean that you have to have a heart of stone?
Permission to hug you.
I'm going to allow it. He just kind of nods, and I'm just imagining your character just giving this hug to the ankle of this giant.
Yes. Don't you just feel better? Are you better? Do you feel better?
I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling okay. A little confused about everything that's happening, if I'm going to be quite frank.
Feelings are confusing.
Yeah,
So
sometimes
confusing.
part of being alive is being confused.
It's
Yeah.
knowledge, that's wisdom that us giants take to heart. Life is confusing sometimes.
Yes, it is.
Fee, fi, fo, fum, and all that.
Get it?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Out of character, I'm so afraid that he's gonna cry. I'm gonna drown in the tear.
Could happen.
I'm so afraid he's gonna get too far away from Alfie and this spell's gonna wear off. Because I have to stay in the area.
Okay, so Alfie and Portia will help write the letter with the giant.
Unless the giant wants to
Beautiful.
come with us to help get the milk. I don't know.
How big are the goats, do we
Ooh,
think?
yeah.
That's a
These
good
giant
question.
goats.
That was going to be
Right.
my question. Maybe we all wander over to the goats with our friend.
I was in the middle of watching my show.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
what show?
I got mice that live in a box, and I watch them.
Oh.
Oh. Do we
Delightful.
have permission to milk
Television's
your
not a thing.
goats? And are they normal size goats?
I told you could get the milk for the breakfast that I might want to cook for Nestor. I'm not really sure anymore. But yeah, go ahead, go get your milk.
Okay.
And
Mhm,
if
mhm.
y'all have milked goats before, right?
I read about it.
are they giant-sized goats or are they small people-sized goats?
They're giant-sized goats. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Very
to know.
good.
Well, I am quite small, and I also am spiky, and I don't want to scare the goats with my spikiness. So would it be okay if I stayed here, and helped you write a note and maybe also watched your mice because they sound really interesting?
I mean, those are personal feelings. I don't know if I'm comfortable sharing them with multiple people.
Oh, that's okay. Would it be okay if I stayed in here to watch the mice then? Just because I don't want to scare your goats with my spikes.
Um, I can't say I quite follow, but
I mean, they're very sharp.
no, yeah, no, I see that, but I just yeah, you could watch my mice.
Oh, cool. Great. I've never watched mice in a box before.
Is that true?
Yeah. Because it would be, the mice are not much smaller than me,
Yeah, you remind me of them.
but sharper.
Maybe, just maybe, we could do like a guest episode or something.
Ooh,
You could get in the box.
I can do magic tricks. Pull stuff out of hats.
I think as Alfie goes inside with the giant, Hector looks at the rest of the crew and goes, "Does anyone else think that we're gonna have to rescue Alfie from the box?"
One thing at a time.
Yes. Well, let's get milk first. Let's get milk first, and then we should be fine.
But yes.
Most definitely.
Okay.
Very likely.
Y'all take
Being hedge napped.
Y'all take a lovely stroll through a green meadow that rolls up and down hill. You come to an enormous wooden fence that the single post is wider than any of you. Basically, like redwood trees were stapled together, essentially. And behind it, you see a herd of the largest goats you have ever seen in your life. They're the size of elephants. And they are all manner of different colors: brown goats with spots, white goats with spots, black furred goats. I don't know, other goat colors. They're goats. And their eyes are large and disturbing because goat eyes are normally disturbing, but now they're like 5 million times bigger. How would y'all like to approach this task? This monumentally large task?
These goats are certainly proportional.
Yup. I think we need to just gather. I don't think our buckets are big enough, and I would like to cast Stretch to make these buckets bigger.
How much bigger?
So that, I mean, we're gonna have to keep them in the cart, so that they fill the cart.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that it's like 6 buckets that are all just the right size to fill the cart.
All right. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just imagining the logistics of this and it's making me giggle. You have
Okay.
giant buckets now.
So now we have to just move the cart under one of these goats and request their permission to milk them.
How
Just-
do we milk though?
That
You
was
wanna
going to
talk
be my
to
follow-up
goats?
question.
I was thinking that I'd squeeze and udder a little bit like I was kneading dough.
In lieu of other methods, that seems like it would work to me for sure.
Yeah, I was like, Snow's
Mhm.
gonna be a very big udder.
Okay. There's but one snag in your plan.
Mhm.
Those
That's less than I thought.
Just one?
Yeah. It's actually
just one very,
pretty
very
good.
obvious snag in that plan is the fact that the udder is utterly high in the air.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like,
And Hector, you're, I don't know, like, I mean, you're pretty tall, right?
I'm a tall dude. I think we said 6 feet.
Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. You know, they're elephant sized, and even elephants' lower portions are dingly dangly within 6 feet. So, yeah, I suppose you got the right proportions to do it.
That's a sentence.
Yeah.
I'm just
Certainly
imagining
is.
him like jumping up and grabbing one and sort of hanging like on a bell rope.
Yeah,
Like a
you use
bell.
like using just the power of gravity kind of.
Like if you were
He's
pulling
like
on big giant bells.
going back and forth.
I would love anyone who is going to milk a giant goat to make a D20 roll.
Gotta be good.
I'm using the one that rolled the 3 and the 4, and if it does it a third time, it's going away for the evening.
yeah, he dies jail.
That is a 16.
I have a 14.
10.
Oh. Okay. Those the 14 and 16 are successes. Congratulations. You both successfully managed to reach up and milk a giant goat. Portia, I've got a tough choice for you.
Mhm.
Would you like to milk a goat and be drenched in milk as it just goes awry? Or would you like the goat to be angry at you and potentially have an ornery goat on hand?
I think Portia with her, as everyone can see, her beautifully meticulously constructed getup, very
Mhm.
crisp, clean clothes, beautiful, glittery, clearly puts so much effort into appearance. In the process of just trying to milk this goat, has like a moment where they could get out of the way, but anger the goat, and instead just sighs and goes, "Oh, I will get drenched. Anything for the party. Oh, I hate this, but it's important. It's my job.
Oh.
It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm not upset by this. It's fine. It's okay."
Wrenched in goat's milk.
Right. So we have to play the rest of this game assuming that Portia smells like
Like
Des would be like, Portia, maybe you could ask the giant to use their shower.
I
think
feel
a
like that would
giant
just
shower-
drown me.
It's
I think
like,
I
just think of it as a big pool.
Mm-hmm.
I shake it off my wings, but I will
Goat
find
milk
a
doesn't
change of
smell
outfit
that
somewhere.
bad.
It's fine. It's fine. I can find fun party clothes.
Oh, wait. I have an endless water jug as my magical item.
I like your thinking.
That's a good way to clean up.
Shower.
It's like I can use my herb knowledge to create like herbs that you can wash yourself with. So you smell like pretty flowers.
Perfect.
I
Free flower.
appreciate the aid on this matter. I'm not
Party is
embarrassed,
ready
and
for
none of
anything.
you saw anything.
Grieflock, as your companions are milking goats and making makeshift showers, what are you doing?
I'm making conversation with the buffalo.
Oh,
Nice.
And with Bast, I guess.
yeah. What do you say to Bass?
It's like, yeah, you're not gonna catch me up there.
Bass
And I
looks.
also figure in case something goes wrong, someone should be on the ground to, damage control. So I'm kind of looking out. I see this goat almost get angry and then instead just douse Portia. And I go, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Bass says nothing, but just spends the whole time with the intermittent eyeball lick.
Was that do you do that a lot? Well, did you even notice when you do that?
Hmm? Do what?
Yep, that's what I thought. No, don't about it.
All right.
Cool kid.
Y'all collect 6 buckets of goat's milk, 6 oversized buckets of goat's milk, which are in the carts. Here on Mount Safety Goat Farm. At the same time, Alfie, you are in this giant's house, which is for all intents and purposes like a regular domicile. There's a massive foyer with an enormous bench where giant Hector keeps his giant shoes. And he slowly turns. You can feel the ground shaking as he turns and lumbers and looks at you and says, "Mice are through that way. They're up on the dining room table. I spent a lot of time in the dining room."
Okay. And I'm gonna scurry over to where the mice are.
And you scurry, and big Hector, giant Hector is right behind you, taking very measured steps in an attempt not to squish you as you are scurrying.
I appreciate that.
The table is like 7-8 feet up.
Oh, is it climbable?
Anything's climbable with the right spirit.
I would
Words
like
to
to
live by.
try and climb the table.
Roll a d20.
Yep. These dice don't like me very much, but let's see how it goes. That's a 4.
No.
Can I at least look like really sad and pathetic in a way that Hector wants to pick me up and put me on the table?
Oh.
Yes, you can. Giant Hector sees you struggling and says, "Oh, you remind me of these mice so much," and just kind of reaches down and scoops you up.
Good, that's the correct way to pick up a hedge. You have to scoop.
And as he lifts you, he starts to reach over the box, and you look in and see that there are not mice, in here, per se, but little mice people.
Oh, great. In the same way
And
that I'm a little hedge person.
Okay.
yes, and he puts you inside of this box, which is, like a giant container. He sets you down in there. It's a nice container at the very least. There's cedar shavings and a little bowl with goat's milk in it, and
Oh,
another bowl that has like seeds and nuts and fruits and berries and stuff. So, there's all sorts of food and stuff. And he just kind of puts you down and goes, "There, now you can be the guest star in today's episode of Mouse Theater." And the other mice people in there look at you and say, "What are you doing here? Are you here to rescue us?"
No, I'm here to be the guest star in Mouse Theater. I'm a magician.
Oh. Oh. You're not here to rescue us?
Do you need rescuing?
As you're all saying this, giant Hector is just peering over the box, palms on the table, and you just hear him go, "Do something entertaining."
Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to. Is there like a little hide maybe that they can go in? Like a
A
little hut?
hideaway?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
gonna climb on top of it, like a stage, and I am going to start doing magic tricks.
All right. You perform some magic tricks. Every time you do a trick, describe your first trick for me.
So the first one, because I have an ability called Magic Trick, so I can do a bunch of these things. I'm going to make like a little display of lights, like sparkles, and be like, "I am Alfie the Magnificent, and I'm here to show you wonders of illusion."
Oh, I like wonders. He kind of claps a hand together. What's an illusion you got for me?
I'm gonna pull flowers out of my coat sleeves and hand them to one of the mice people.
The mouse person takes the bouquet from you and just says, "What are you doing? We have to escape."
And I'm just gonna keep smiling. For my next trick, I'm going to pull out a pack of cards and have one of the mice people pick a card, any card, and do find your card trick.
Seriously, is this what you're here to do? You're just going to do parlor tricks and then leave us?
Yep, unfortunately. Uh, maybe my friends will help when they get here, but I'm one little hedge. There's not much I can do against a giant. Anyway, I'm gonna pull Alakazam. I'm gonna pull a scarf out of my head. And oh my gosh, it's just gonna keep going.
We cut from the scene of all of these magic tricks and giant Hector being impressed and amazed by them to you all having
Really?
a lovely stroll through the green meadows with your cart laden with goat milk. You don't see giant Hector or Alfie.
Does anyone see Giant Hector or Alfie?
No, I don't see Giant Hector or Alfie.
Nope.
Okay,
They can't still be just looking at mice, right? I mean, what's a mouse
Uh,
do?
yeah, we're gonna have to knock on the door again. Bass, why don't you start driving this milk?
He won't do it.
He's taking it back to Mama Craig, essentially.
That is male.
You want me
The milk is the
drive milk?
message.
The milk is
Yeah.
male.
Yes.
Milk is
Very important
So-
male, slightly liquid male.
I'm
The
gonna
parcel. That's
I'm
male.
gonna use my ability freeze on the milk to make them be solid ice so we won't spill it and it'll be
Oh,
nice,
smart.
cool, refreshing milk along the way.
That's
Oh,
genius.
That is amazing.
That's so smart.
the most smart thing ever.
Brilliant.
My God.
Basilisk licks his eye and says, I deliver mail?
Yes.
Yes.
To Mount Peril.
Milk mail.
Milk mail.
Why am I
You got it.
nodding?
He's
I'm
got
not
it.
here.
To Mama Craig on Mount Peril.
Mount Peril. To Mama Crag.
Mm-hmm.
I drive milk?
Yes.
Yes.
And Hector also writes down some instructions for the next couple parts of the cake making and gives it to Bass. And give this to Mama Craig.
I deliver milk and letter?
Yes.
Yeah,
Mhm,
all the
mhm.
mail.
2 whole things.
Isn't that exciting?
We trust you
Most-
with the mail.
Most important
And the
member
milk.
of party.
Yes.
That's me.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
you.
One could say that.
You are the protagonist here.
I go. I drive milk.
Good job.
Good job.
And Bass jumps up on the buckets of milk and says, Go, milk, go. Milk, no go.
No, you have to ride the Cinder. You have to work with Cinder.
The buffalo.
I work with Buffalo.
Yes.
I deliver
Yep.
Buffalo.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
To Mount
okay.
Peril, where Mama Craig is.
Des
Mount
will also
Peril.
give the same information to Cinder, being like using her touching to her nature background. Hopefully, could communicate to animals like, please be careful. Follow the same instructions we just heard.
You speak to Cinder, and when you're done, the water buffalo just looks at you, looks down the meadow trail, and just if a water buffalo could shrug nonchalantly, it would. And it just kind of starts walking. And Bass goes, I'm good. I drive buffalo.
Yes, you
There you
did
go.
that.
job,
Fantastic
buddy.
job.
Bass will deliver milk, buffalo, and letter
Yes.
to Mama Crag.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you all just kind of watch as Bass slowly walks alongside the water buffalo and going, I deliver milk. I delivering milk. And just vanishes over the crest in the hill.
I'm sure they'll be fine.
I just
I
pull
hope
my
so.
flask out, take a sip, and go, we're never gonna see him again.
I trust Cinder.
Yeah. I think
Amazing.
Cinder will at least get the milk there.
I'm
Mhm.
not here, but you get the impression that Alfie's wondering if we should have put some milk in the flask so we at least have some milk.
It's a magic flask, so it's never empty.
Next
Hmm.
quest 2 shot is the search for Bass.
Minute.
Portia
Cinder might make it.
morosely wrings out part of her jacket and goes, "Don't worry, we still have some milk on us."
I turn and I offer you my flask. I'm like, I think you need this more than I do.
Thank you, Grieflock. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Just takes a long drink.
What's in the flask?
Mezcal.
I like it. Like it. Good taste. Good taste.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So y'all going back to the house then?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mhm.
Yep.
Same deal as before. Knocking is a production, but you know, you manage. And Alfie inside, you hear a very faint knocking on the door. And then
And for my next trick, I think those might be my friends at the door knocking.
Giant Hector goes, Wow, you summon your friends?
Yes.
That's some magic trick.
Thanks.
And says, Don't go nowhere.
Wouldn't want to.
And he starts walking away, and you hear him say under his breath, Yep, this special guest is going to be a real great addition to the show.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
And
As soon as he's turned around, Alfie's gonna turn to the mice and be like, "Okay, give me the details. What's happening in here? What's the situation behind the scenes?"
What's the
we've been stuck here for months.
Oh God, how did he find you? Where did you come from?
We stopped by to ask for a cup of goat's milk so that we could make a cake.
So did we. Interesting.
And he invited us in, and we were like, "Oh, this is nice. This is a friendly giant." And he threatened to grind our bones unless we
that's-
climbed inside the box.
Interesting. That's a different town that does the bone grinding. We've already been there today.
Oh, Bone Town, yeah.
Bone Town.
Motown, yes.
Directly adjacent to Pound Town, but not the
Well, here's the thing. My friends are going to have to get me out of this box. So presumably when they get me out of the box, maybe you can come along.
Maybe. That would be great. We'd just like to not be here anymore. I can
I
only
don't
eat
believe
berries
you.
so many times in a day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he never gives you any, like, mealworms or anything?
No.
Oh, God. That's terrible host.
Also, we have to go to the bathroom in a corner.
Terrible. That sucks.
At any rate, we're just glad that you're here to save us.
I will
It's
do
like
my best.
serendipity.
Yep. Or deep stupidity on my part, but it's fine. I will do my best to get you out of this box. And if I don't get you out of this box today, I will remember you tomorrow and try to find somebody to come get you out of the box eventually.
I
Hopefully.
am deeply uncomfortable with the way that sentence came out of your mouth.
Want to see another magic trick?
Yeah.
Yay! I'm gonna
The door
distract-
opens and giant Hector is there. Says, "Oh, where's the milk?"
Taken care of. We appreciate your generosity.
Mhm.
We're here to collect Alfie.
Who?
Alphonse
Our-
the
our friend.
Magnificent.
Nobody here by that name.
That's
Our
me.
hedge.
The
Our
hedge,
friend.
the hedge musician,
Phenomenal
magician.
magician.
It's only
Phenomenal.
been,
Go
An
watch the
it's only
absolute
box
been
star.
with
about
you.
10 minutes ish.
The what? The who?
Hedge.
The hedge.
When I went to go watch the box with you, the box of
No.
mice.
No,
Which
nobody
to me,
came in.
am I still the only one that thinks that's ridiculous?
Nobody came in to watch me watch mice. No.
But you do what? Can we watch
You-
mice?
You want to come in and watch mice?
Why do I think this is a
I
good idea?
don't know if you should come in and watch mice. It's commercial right now.
Listen, we just
For what?
need to take.
I thought Masterpiece Theater doesn't do ads.
Kind of sus.
Grieflock dies on the spot.
It's
Dead.
supported by contributions from viewers like us.
Can I discreetly shift into a mouse to sneak into the house?
Sure can.
You're also gonna end up in the box. We're all gonna be in the box.
I'm like, wait, but the thing is,
What's in the
Des can
box?
come back into a human and be a giant person in a box.
Yes, and then you can get the rest of us out of
Yes.
the box. I could even like go in your pocket or something.
Mhm.
Aren't you only like 4'5"?
Me?
No, Destiny.
I was like, how big is this box? In the end, she can just shape shift into a different creature that's giant, and people
Enough-
climb on the.
If enough of us are in the box, we can tip the box over.
Yeah,
and break the box.
we can break the
Solutions.
box.
You should just think outside of it. Just think outside of it.
Yeah,
and
there's
you'll
like
get
Des is going
out.
crazy. He outside the box
Okay,
at
I gotta say,
13.
this has been bothering me. If the giant can look in and watch what they're doing, it's not a box, it's a diorama. That's all I gotta say.
Destiny, you sneak in as a regular sized mouse and pad your way across the floor, and you see a massive box on top of a table that is in the dining room. This is a sparsely decorated building. It is depressing in here. This looks like the lair of a man that has nothing going on in his life.
This is like in the back, so they like not near the door, right? Like can't see me in a different room area.
Yeah, you'd have to like go around a corner and
Okay, cool. So Des will like unshapeshift to be taller self, a little bit taller and stuff, and being like, hey, Alfie, are you here? Alfie.
Yes, I'm in the box. I'm in the box. Des, I'm in the box.
Can Des look over the box, or is it too big? Or
oh, it's a big box.
okay. Is there a ladder? Probably not. It's a giant's house. I'd be very
Unless you've got one in your items list.
I probably don't. Like my items list, I think I have a lockpick. Yeah, lockpick, magic rope, long sword. I could cut a hole in the sword. I would cut a
Got
hole.
rope. I also have that very long scarf I mentioned earlier.
Mhm. It's like Des would be like, I have magic rope. Let me loop it over.
Excellent. Okay, mice friends, we are going to grab this rope when my friend Des throws it over the wall, okay?
Is this one of your magic tricks?
No, this is one of my friends. Friendship is magic. Let's go!
Yeah, no need to roll for a magic rope because it's magic.
Yay.
And everybody scales the wall of the box and hops out of the box.
All right, let's go. Everybody out. Everybody out. Quickly, quickly, quickly out of the box.
Come on out. Come on out.
Yeah, Destiny, you're surprised to see that these aren't actually mice, but little mice folk.
Oh. This is what's going on, Alfie?
This is really disturbing, okay?
This is very disturbing.
He's trapped them here in this box.
I
They're
understand.
sentient beings.
I understand if Nestor has beef with this person. I too will have beef with this person.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, very bad. We should all leave now.
Yes.
As fast as we can.
Is there a back door?
You know, it wouldn't be a house if there wasn't a back door. So, yes. Everyone at the front, you are being given the runaround by this giant saying that there ain't no Alfie. I wasn't actually watching mice. There's no box. I don't know what you're talking about.
I really have to insist that you give back Alfie.
I really got to insist that you leave my farm.
Gladly, as soon as you give back Alfie.
I would love for Alfie and Destiny to roll to sneak out of the house.
Sneakin'. Please, I'm begging you, dice.
Please,
Suspicious.
dice, work with me.
Don't
You've been
be
doing good.
suspicious.
Okay, it's a 12. That's better than nothing.
Okay.
15.
All right. Yeah, you both get successes.
Yes. Go team.
No
Alfie
tough
and Des.
choices, no failures. You slink out of the house, and
With the mice.
the mice are behind you. I won't even roll for the mice because they're mice. They're quiet. They
Almost quiet as a
cat.
Yeah,
alligator?
no one says quiet as a puppy.
Hedge.
As a hedge, yes.
You sneak through the house and you find that there is a back door that has an oversized dog door in it.
Perfect. Just push this thing open and we'll be right out.
Wait. Is that it's like Des would be like, that's a dog door. That means it's a dog. Dogs bark.
And we should be very fast and run through the door.
Okay.
Listen, if we're not here by the time he comes to see why the dog's barking, could be any reason.
It could be. All right.
All right.
Wait. Are we near a kitchen? I'm like, that'd be crazy for a moment. Is there a kitchen? Is it nearby?
Yeah,
Cool.
there's a very small kitchenette.
Okay, he's like, Des would be like, hear me out. Let me go see if I can get a doggy bone real quick. Throw it out there, distract the dog, so we don't alert them. We can play dumb up front with the giant, and we all leave like, oh, we are crazy that you're the giant saying that you don't exist at all, and then we can sneak away.
That's sort of a weird trick for him to be pulling since he knows we were all
there 10 minutes ago.
here.
Yeah.
Very strange.
Gaslighting. Yeah. But yeah, that's what Des would like to try to do.
Okay. Roll a d20.
Okay. Please don't fail me, dice. We've been doing great tonight. An 8.
An 8. You find not a bone, but a large biscuit.
Okay. But
no.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Suspicious.
It's just very
I'm
suspicious.
suspicious of this
It was
biscuit.
like, I got an 8, I got a biscuit. Okay.
Suspicious.
Biscuit. Oh my god, there's gonna be so many moments to
Des would be like, Alfie, help me push this biscuit.
Hey, why are we pushing the biscuit?
To distract the dog.
We don't even know where the dog is. The dog could be outside.
Yeah, we gotta push the biscuit outside so it'd be distracted.
But then where are we gonna go?
We're sneaking away.
Out the same door the biscuit is going.
Yes. So the dog will bark and alert the giant, and we can all calmly leave.
All right, you know more about animals than I do. Let's go. I'm gonna trust you on this one. I know about magic tricks.
I know about magic. This is just like, I really just don't want to sound an alarm, and then it's just gonna be chaos reigning because then we have to outrun a giant because we don't have a wagon anymore.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
That has
and
been
you have a bunch
to
of
me.
mice folk. At the front door.
Yep.
I think Grieflock, Portia, and Hector are arguing, like getting more and more frustrated. Like
Portia's showing off the concept art that they drew of the little stage for Alfie as proof.
Yeah.
Proof that I exist.
Like
as proof that this is real.
And I think that Hector is finally gets frustrated and is like, listen, we know that Alfie put a spell on you that made you confused in the first place, but it couldn't have scrambled your brain this much. You remember who Alfie is, right?
Oh boy.
They did what now?
Who?
What?
You remember who they are.
You saying you cast magic on me?
I did not cast any magic on you, no.
Nobody here.
Nobody here did.
Nobody here.
The giant
I
puffs
can't
up.
even do that.
Y'all aren't welcome on my farm anymore. I suggest you mosey on out of here.
As soon as we've got Alfie, we'll be on our way.
Let's collect our hedge friend and we'll skedaddle.
I don't think I made myself clear. Y'all will be leaving my farm. Now. Or we're gonna have some fee-fi-fo trouble.
Is that a saying?
That's a giant saying. That's a giant saying.
Meter on that last one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't. And we have like a 10-minute argument.
We roll that back. We roll that
Let's unpack V5O real fast.
Linguistically, that just doesn't quite line up. I'm so sorry. I know you want us to leave, but we just need to take a moment for that.
You begin an argument with Giant Hector, and apparently he's going to entertain it because I absolutely love the absurdity of that.
It's been a lot of therapy lessons and arguments and everything. Hector's.
Well, this
At the
is
back
going
door.
on. We're
Solvers.
escaping.
We're biscuit pushing. We're
Pushing that
biscuit. We push the
Right.
biscuit through the doggy door, hoping that the dog would just be distracted and not bark. It'd just be like, no, munching on the biscuit. If the dog is even outside. But I'm rooting for
Watch
it.
this part. This is going to be my favorite thing. You push that biscuit out the door, and you follow behind it, all four of you, and you look around.
And the mices.
Yeah, the two of you and the mice.
How many
Oh, there
mice
was only
are
two
there?
mice?
There were only two
Just
mice?
two.
There's
I
just
thought
two.
there was like 10.
I
Yeah, I
felt
had
like
imagined
no,
like
that would be
half a
awful.
dozen
I
mice.
felt like 20.
With only a cast of 2, they must have been playing out a lot of
They're
dramatic
exhausted.
interpersonal dramas.
Yeah, they
A lot of
probably
who's
went
on
through every
first.
single musical play known to man.
There's only 2
For a
characters
month.
in his soap opera.
A
Yeah.
lot of
Two.
two-person modern plays.
They played General Mouse or Young the Mouseless.
You.
They could play Rosenstance and Guildenstern are dead.
They could. That can go on pretty much forever.
Yeah.
There's no dog.
Okay.
There's a dog house, and there's a water bowl, and there's a food bowl, and there's like toys and stuff. But the backyard here is like unkempt, and it just looks like maybe there was a dog at one point, but there just isn't anymore.
He ate his dog.
Really brought the mood down, y'all.
I think this guy's going through something. This feels like
This
maybe
feels
he's a recently divorced giant.
Is
Oh,
he
no.
living through a country song?
Miss
Yeah.
Hector took the dog.
Yeah, maybe he's working through something, going
maybe
through
the
a
dog
period
like
of loneliness.
escape.
Should this be the person that gets the next surprise party just to cheer him up?
He might need it.
It'd be
Giant
kind of
Hector
crazy.
Don't
if
do
the-
birthday parties.
Well, it doesn't
Dude,
have to be a
has he
birthday
earned it?
party.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if the dog escaped and then Baz ran into the dog.
Don't say those things. All right.
I'm
Let's
looking
get
at
out
it
of this
like
backyard.
making me want to keep this biscuit for some reason right now.
It is an enormous biscuit.
I know.
Carry the biscuit. I'm assuming that if there's a fence, it's a shitty fence and we can find a hole in it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh
Cool.
yeah.
Escape.
Escape.
Y'all escape.
Any of us see any portion of this out of the corner of our eye at the front, or are we unaware this is happening?
Yeah, where do you go after you escape through the fence? Do you run
Well,
around to the front of the side of the building to try and flag someone down, or what's the plan?
Yeah, I think
That's-
I would.
Yeah.
Okay.
While the mouse escapes.
Meanwhile, Hector's like, okay, so you're explaining that the fee of fee fi fo fum comes from your mother's side, and the foe comes from
You
oh,
all
you
kind
know
of
what-
see your friends gesturing wildly.
you know what?
You made some lovely points, actually. I take it back.
Yeah.
I think you've changed our minds.
You know what? We're so sorry we bothered you.
Yeah. I suggest you leave my farm now.
Yeah.
Have a nice
Good
day.
luck for things you enjoy doing on a regular basis.
I don't enjoy much these days.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
I don't know why I just told strangers that. Please go.
I take up baking or maybe get some hens or something. Yeah. Good luck.
Crochet, poetry, bird identification. There's a lot of options.
Good
Mhm.
luck, sir. Yeah.
Goodbye, strange little people.
Goodbye.
Okay,
Leave.
Y'all go.
we do.
And we're going to go ahead and take a short break from there.
All right, we will be
Okay.
back shortly, everybody. See you soon.
Oh my gosh, we're back. I don't even remember what we were doing anymore. We were having
Escaping
such a
from the
great
giant.
time.
We were running.
We're running after the milk.
Yeah.
We beat up a
we're,
giant.
we're all just like
We're like
flat out sprinting after the milk cart.
We're between a rock and a hard place. The rock is the mountain, and the hard place is the giant that might want to beat us up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You totally defeated giant Hector. And
Ooh.
Who is
Ooh.
such a sad, sad man and
We canceled his
needs
favorite
so
show.
much help.
Maybe he just misses his
did.
dog.
Yeah, we need to like
there's,
get him in
there's
some
so
therapy.
much wrong with
If
giant
you
Hector.
Yeah, if you wanna do a an encore to this, it should be getting Hector to smile.
Getting Hector to go to therapy.
Therapy.
Yeah, clean up the lawn a little bit for him. Remodel the house.
Dudes will do anything but go to therapy. Dudes will
It's
entrap
a-
human mice in a box to watch them before they'll go to therapy.
Mhm.
It's one of those
Yeah.
house makeover shows where they come in and they redo it, but it's all of us making it over, and the challenge is we have to do it before he gets home and kills us.
Oh my god. Yes.
You
Okay.
all are sprinting your way down the trail through the rolling green meadows of Mount Safety,
Mhm.
where you do come up on Bass, who has been leaving, who left before you and
Mhm.
is following the trail. And Bass hears you all coming up behind and says, "I deliver milk."
And you're doing a great job.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, why did we send Baz along with all of the milk we collected by himself?
Because in case we all ended up in a box on TV,
We weren't
we wanted
quite
the
sure how
milk.
long it was going to take to
Okay, all right.
free you from your performance contract.
Yeah,
And-
that,
Mhm.
And we trust
that makes
Cinder.
sense. Yeah, I
Yeah.
trust Cinder too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's less dire than I thought.
Yes.
Yeah.
At that the word dire, I look around to make sure there is no dire beasts coming after us.
There are no dire beasts.
How
There are
about
no
other
regular
kinds of
There are no regular beasts. There are no micro beasts. There are no skeletal beasts. There are no beasts whatsoever coming after you as you follow this trail towards Mount Peril.
I'm just thinking it's plastic pollution in the form of micro beasts.
Micro beasts. You know where that gets stored? Everywhere.
Mhm.
All right, let's
You-
walk up Mount Peril.
Yes.
That's what we
That's
call
correct.
internal conflict.
Mount Peril. You arrive at the base of Mount Peril. You all gaze up at the steep slopes, the arid rock, the loose debris as it's coming down the mountainside. And as you look up, once again, reminding you that it is wreathed in smoke,
Mhm.
there is a burst of lava at the top of this mountain. And there are pterodactyls circling this mountain as well. And just to make the terror complete, there's a flash of lightning that strikes near the top of Mount Peril as you all gaze upon it. And Bass stands there with you all and says, "That not Mount Peril."
What?
I thought that's
Oh?
where the signs pointed.
Please explain.
The arrow was that direction.
Not
Right?
that Mount Perilous.
Oh.
Mount Peril next to Mount Perilous.
Who named things in this region?
I wipe off the end of the sign. It's like, oh yeah, there's the us, perilous.
I thought Mount Peril
Oh.
was next to. Is Mount Peril on the other side of Mount Safety?
Oh no. Mount Peril next to Mount Perilous.
Oh, okay. We
So it goes safety,
turn
perilous,
our
peril.
gaze that way.
All
And-
in unison.
Mhm.
There is a much nicer looking mountain slightly off on the right. It is not as steep. There is a trail that leads up through a forest that covers the landscape, the mountainscape, and up near the top, you see what appears to be a large cavernous hole bored into the side.
What is the mountain to pterodactyl ratio of this one?
Mhm.
There are no
Same.
pterodactyls.
1 to
Oh.
0. That's
Looks
pretty
like-
good.
The pterodactyls either didn't get invitations or that's how they get ready for a party.
They're getting hype pre-gaming.
Mhm.
It's
That is-
really good that we caught up with Bass.
Yeah,
Probably.
because we'd have gone up the pterodactyl mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we could go climb the nicer mountain now, I think.
Yep.
I like that then.
It's still a fairly steep trail. The going is slow for Cinder as the water buffalo plants hoof after hoof up the side of the trail. Bass, of course, the whole time going, I drive milk. I deliver milk. Making milk. Delivery for Mama Craig. And just keeps riding in the cart while, quite frankly, the rest of you are probably leading the cart at this point.
I think we use some of the magic rope to like at least Hector will attach himself to the cart. I don't know if anybody else wants to join him in helping pull it.
I'm a 3-foot tall hedgehog. I'm gonna
I'm in.
walk next to y'all, and I don't want to poke anybody with my quills. That seems like a bad way to make people move faster.
Mhm.
I
Maybe
will
I'm
aid in
just-
morale. I think we learned from the milk mishap that I maybe should not do feats of strength here.
Yeah, I'm gonna like put off little sparks of sparkles and be like, "You've got this. You've got this. You've got this."
Perfect.
Des can turn into a horse and
Oh, perfect.
Oh.
yeah.
Des continues to be the most useful member of this party.
100%.
The most
100%.
resourceful.
I'd love
Without
everyone.
singled out.
That's roll with advantage. Hector, roll with advantage because you're getting encouragement from your friends. Grieflock, are you just kind of watching?
No, I'm pulling as well.
Okay.
That
You're
is a
also
15.
encouraged by your friends. Roll with advantage.
So we all rolling who's pulling.
I think
Hmm.
all 4 of us are pulling.
Okay. So we all roll, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
16.
Cool.
Cool.
So you got a 15, a 16, and what else?
Oh, me again. A 2.
Wait, with advantage?
With advantage?
They were both 2s.
Nice.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
All right. Oh, unfortunately,
Nice to be Dyson.
Grieflock, while you're helping pull, you slip and fall,
Yeah, I do.
and you land face down in the dirt,
Mm-hmm.
and the cart just kind of rolls over you.
oh no!
Not with the wheels, but just kind of
Oh.
like passes over you. And you have to sit and wait for a while in the dirt, face down, while it just trundles on over above you. And then
Mhm.
your friends just continue along as you are left behind in the dirt.
Wait,
Yeah.
we don't stop for him?
I mean, do you? But
do we see this happen?
I would like to hold Grieflock in a princess carry.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think Alfie would be like, "Oh God, Grieflock, are you okay?" While still shooting off little fireworks to
It just
encourage everybody
makes a-
else.
Portia just
Oh,
makes a very
no.
high-pitched scream and just starts flying down and trying to like pull at Grieflock's clothes.
We're going to take 1 HP of embarrassment damage here.
Embarrassed.
We're down to 6.
after the embarrassment of falling and being rolled over with the cart, and then being carried by your companion, who is also pulling the cart alongside a water buffalo and another friend that is a horse, you all do eventually arrive at the mouth of the cavern at the top of Mount Peril.
Mm-hmm.
Climbing Mount Peril was somehow the least perilous part of this whole day so far.
For some of us.
Portia looks over at Grieflock's body.
I mean, in aggregate.
Nay.
I mean, the eggs, getting the cockatrice eggs went pretty well.
Bass jumps down out of the cart with the instructions that were written out and says, "I deliver mail," and races into the cavern.
Sure. Let's go in. Des, do you want to unice these milk jugs?
Yeah. Well, Des will unhorse. And yeah, so like because I can't, it just freezes my ability.
Oh, okay.
Well,
So we'll just
I have an
thought.
ability that could help thaw this. It's
Ooh.
called weight.
I do too, potentially.
yeah, it's way better than my idea, which was fireball.
Mine is called weight. We just have to do that.
Okay.
we just we'll
Mine is a
just
Well, if somebody
mid-ground.
has like a lighter.
Mine is a mid-ground. Portia flips out her gift wrap knife again and
I have
lights
a
it on fire with a little
magic
spark again.
candle.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's even
Fire.
better.
Oh.
I can help with the magic It's just one candle, but I
Well,
can.
we slowly defrost the milk.
Des
Yeah,
is just like,
between the two of us.
Des is like, we'll use the candle, just make a fire pit. And we do like the little rotisserie little thing, put the buckets of milk over the fire, and then it slowly melts.
Yeah.
I feel like we will have to time
Mhm.
that so that they don't melt and then start falling out of the. But before that, the turning sounds good. Yes, yes. This is wise.
Yeah. We're like, we'll
So-
watch it to make sure it doesn't like boil or anything, just
Yeah.
to defrost.
Yes, yes.
So
Mhm.
we
No
enter
boiled milk, just
No boiled
defrosted.
milk.
Yeah, just
We-
defrosting.
we enter into milk with ice chunks is horrible. Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Good for baking, smooth consistency, right?
Yeah.
No, someone
You
said
can work with
they-
that, right?
Dax says that they had a roommate who only drank milk that was cold enough to have ice chunks, and having had my milk frozen before,
it's not
very
great.
upsetting.
Dax,
No.
did
Not
you
great.
live with an alien?
Good night, everybody.
Are you positive they were from Earth? What?
As you're having this discussion on how to defrost the milk,
Mhm.
Mama Crag walks out with Bass and says, "Oh, good, you here with the milk. The giant didn't give you any trouble, right?"
He did
That
try
cheap.
to enslave me in his captive television program box, but we're here.
Yeah.
Oh, we
Mama
we
Craig-
have 2 new friends as well.
Yeah. They do
Gesturing.
performances.
Did they
They're-
come with us?
Oh, right.
I
Oh,
thought they
yeah.
I thought they ran away.
They could have pulled the cart.
They scurried away at some point.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Probably
They've been
for the
gone for a
best.
month.
Alfie is a little disappointed because he was hoping they would be his assistants in his magic show,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah, Des would ask Mama Craig, say, "Hey,
Who's
you
training you
breathe
for the giant?"
fire.
I do.
Can you help defrost our buckets of milk,
I could.
please?
Oh, do you mean right now?
For the cake.
It's for the
We
cake.
can- Yeah, we can. We'll get busy making the batter in the meantime.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay. If you want to bring the milk inside, I can breathe fire on it and melt it.
Okay,
Okay.
very good.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so as y'all bring in the milk, you go down into this cavern. It descends at a nice steady clip into the mountain, and it reveals as you walk into it a large open air room with stone walls, stalactites hanging from the ceiling, and just all across the floor here, there is riches and jewels and fancy treasures. But most importantly, since this is Nestor the Wise's hoard, there are swatches of fabrics of all types. Sheer fabrics, soft fabrics, fleecy fabrics, corduroy fabrics, fabrics I don't even know exist that exist. And they're organized and put on racks and shelving units and things like that. And you just kind of look around and see that there are tons of kobolds here, all racing around, setting up decorations, organizing a dance floor by sweeping the treasure out of the way. There is a gift table on the far wall, and there are gifts on it already, all from the kobolds. Most of it looks like it's just junk that they found and decided would be a gift for Nestor and put it on there. And there is a small adjoining room in the back of this large open cavernous room where Mama Crag starts walking towards. She says, "This is the kitchen alcove. This is where we prepare the cake."
I do want to say that I do imagine all of the fabrics like a sari shop. Like if you go to India and they have just like all of the saris, just like racks and racks of fabric. That's what I
Yeah.
like to imagine.
Yeah, just all on display, all colors and types, definitely. She points to an open spot next to the little doorway and says, "You put the milk here. I'll breathe fire on it here. It's safe enough, I think."
We do that. 6 giant barrels. Does she notice her barrels are bigger than they were when they left?
She doesn't make any mention of it immediately. And as she starts preparing to breathe fire, she kind of hoistens her gut up a little bit and shakes and cracks her knuckles and her fingers and just kind of like shakes the dust off of all of her rattly bones. And she just says, "All right, now for the moment of truth. See if I can still actually do this."
Alfie's
And
so
she
ready.
breathes in a deep breath and then exhales. And as she does, a steady stream of green fire erupts from her mouth and surrounds the bases of the milk buckets, and they begin to be heated up, and the milk slowly but surely starts to melt. And she takes a break after doing this exhalation for like half a minute. She goes, "Man, I don't remember these buckets being so big. I must be shrinking." And she gets back to it. And then after another bout of that, she looks to the group of you and says, "Oh, um, if y'all want to help set things up for the party, now would be a good time to put some of your skills to use, I guess. Just let them know what you want to do and make it happen."
Hector has already been breaking the eggs because they sifted the dry parts. So Hector immediately started breaking the eggs into a giant bowl, and he's got like a big whisk that he's using to like mix it all up.
Okay. Roll for cake.
Roll for cake.
Roll for cake.
I need you to be good. You are 15.
That's a success.
Woo!
You bake a fine cake using your baking prowess and all the ingredients you all gathered to make Nestor's dragon cake. Since you're taking the lead on making this cake, will you describe a cake for a dragon for us?
So this cake is a 10-layer cake. The first layer is shallow, the next layer is a little bit like higher up, and once it's done, it looks like Mount Peril. And then there is the top layer is hollowed out, and then I'm going to I think I am going to get Grieflock to help me by having him carve. I have another section of cake,
Mhm.
and Grieflock, could you carve this into the image of Nestor the Wise?
Yeah, I do. I know what Nestor the Wise looks like.
That's a great question. Roll for carving.
Right. This is gonna be actually. I'm down to one d20 that hasn't disappointed me tonight. So let's see how that 10. That's a 10.
That's a 10. That's a tough choice. You make a beautiful carving.
I do.
Wonderful, beautiful carving.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't look exactly like Nestor. Or you make a carving that looks like Nestor,
Mm-hmm.
but it is not your best work.
Ooh.
We mean like second best work that's only like maybe 0.5% worse than my best would be, so it's still pretty good, right?
I mean, you could live
I want
with
to
it,
go
I
with
guess.
I want to go with the first one, where it's really good, but it doesn't really look like Nestor the Wise.
Nestor.
I
Okay.
think that's good because the optics, I realized the optics of eating Nestor the Wise, not great. You did exactly the right thing.
I think I just get so hung up in the details, like getting the scales right and like the curve of the tail and everything, that I forget the dragon I'm actually carving and just carve like a dragon, you know?
Beautiful. I love that. The two of you working together produce a beautiful cake for Nestor the Wise's surprise party. What would the rest of you like to idle your time with as you help prepare for this party? What are you going to do?
I would like to see about building a small stage over in one corner for
Roll
our
to build,
magician.
roll to build stage.
I don't trust this dice, and I gave it a chance. And
Mhm.
so we're moving down the line. A 12.
12. That's a success. Describe, if you would, what the stage looks like and what your process might be.
I think uh I think Portia is splitting her time between running around doing the like planning, supervising thing of making sure that everybody has all the materials they need for whatever they're doing, and
Mhm.
then has enlisted some of the kobolds to uh construct a stage that sort of a big round center platform. It's got a pathway up with a red carpet that spirals around
Ooh.
it, and then there's like two very iridescent curtains with a tie that look kind of like they're supported, but they look kind of like they're floating in midair, and Alfie can pull pull a little tie and it'll look like they just magically open.
I think Alfie sees this and is so overwhelmed with happiness that he gets choked up and teary-eyed and just squeaks and gives you a big hug.
Portia just wraps her arms and her wings around you both.
Excellent. What Alfie's been doing, meanwhile, is preparing his wonderful show. He's incorporating some of the adventures they've had to make this cake into his patter, incorporating that. I'm assuming we still have the knuckle bone from when we were going to make a knuckle sandwich. He's going to use one of those for his sleight of hand stuff while he talks about Bone Town and all the peculiar customs of Bone Town. He's gonna find somebody, maybe some kobold, to be a volunteer to be cut in half when he talks about how scary it was trying to find the bird eggs, and yeah, all
Roll
kinds
for
of cool
stage
stuff.
presence.
Woohoo! Oh god, this has to be a good roll. I don't know what I'll do if it's not a good roll. Okay. Come on.
If I can aid in any way with this,
I
I
was
will.
like, Des
Yeah,
is
my
the bunny
stage.
popping out of
Oh
a hat
yeah,
for
I was gonna
assistance.
pull you out of a hat.
Yes.
Mhm.
Roll with advantage.
Yay!
Okay. Let's
I
see.
love you as the bunny popping out of the hat. That's so
That is a 19.
Nice.
This is the best magic show you've
Beautiful.
ever seen.
That's a success. All right, your rehearsals go so well. You are prepared to give the performance of a lifetime when it's time for the big main show. And Destiny, you are pretending to be a rabbit. Anything else you are doing to help with the party besides the magic act?
Yeah. Des was gonna do the party decorations, the banner, the centerpieces, the tabletops, like the banner and look like flames and stuff. Centerpieces are like beautiful like roses and stuff with it's like confetti everywhere.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful. Roll for decorations.
Alrighty. Don't
You
tell me
have
now,
them.
dice.
And you've got all those tools and things you have on hand too.
Yeah, my hammer.
You got your hammer for hanging up the banners and stuff.
Yes.
had that for such a good reason, and then it came in clutch for such another good
Good
reason.
reason. I was like, I feel like I have something. Look at my inventory. Oh, a hammer. 17.
Nice.
Yes!
Beautiful
This is the best birthday
decorations.
party ever.
Beautiful decorations, wonderful colors, magnificent centerpieces on all the tables that are just set up in the midst of all of the loot and the treasure hoard for the guests to eat cake and enjoy conversation and things like that. As you're all working, guests start to arrive and offer to help put things together as well, making the work for all of you that much easier. There are obviously kobolds here. There are all manner of folk that arrive from the realms to be a part of Nestor's birthday party, including many prominent figures in the region, like Count Chocula and Elder Hag, the bloated but approachable, and there are all manner of fish folk and younger dragons that arrive, and even the mayor of Bonetown comes because he
has an
was
invitation.
Yeah, we did
invited
invite him.
It's true.
for some reason.
On the guest list.
And as everyone's kind of gathering and helping, and this is all going so well, you hear a bellowing voice echo out as the ceiling opens up above you as someone crashes through it.
Oh boy.
A large dragon of bronze scales comes careening down and says, "I was not invited to this party. Where's my invitation?" And crashes onto the dance floor in the middle of everything. And Mama Crag races up and says, "Oh no, it's Wembley. Wembley the Magnificent." Nestor's greatest rival and fiercest competitor. Unfortunately, we did not invite Wembley because the dude kind of sucks. In fact, he can't be seen here or else the whole party is going to be ruined. If you don't get rid of him, the vibes will be rancid. Do you catch my deal?
Yep.
Oh, we can't have rancid vibes.
No. I'm gonna ruin the party.
I'm gonna try something. Hector's gonna walk up. Oh, you think you're the rival of Nestor the Wise?
Who said that? I'm just a dragon who didn't get an invitation to a party.
I heard that you think that you're the rival, and I would like you to know that I've already met Nestor the Wise's rival, and only the true rival can attend this party. So, in order to attend this party, you must first battle Hector the Giant on Mount Safety.
Them's the rules.
That is correct.
I will defeat this Hector the Giant of Mount Safety, but first, I am going to destroy this party and make you all miserable for not inviting me in the first place.
Hey,
It was really worth a try, Hector.
It was.
Mhm.
I'd love everyone to prepare for a fight.
Yes!
Alright.
Hey.
Fight, fight, fight!
Fight.
Summon the goats.
Fight. Summon the goats.
We don't have an opportunity to regroup before this fight, do we? It's pretty imminent.
It is
How
pretty
are your
imminent.
how's
If
your
you
health doing?
if you would like to say you regrouped before Wembley crashed into the ceiling, I will allow it.
Yeah, am I the only one low on HP here? Does anybody else need that? I think I'm the only one that giant skeleton smacked around, right?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think,
Yes.
yeah.
I was going to be low on HP, but then you became low on HP on my behalf, which I appreciate. I also believe I still have I had when we were dealing with the giant skeleton, I put up a shield that I do not believe dissipates with time. It dissipates with a certain amount of damage, so I believe that is still up upon me.
Okay,
How about that?
that's neat.
Oh.
Well, just because we're about to fight this dragon, I would like to use my ability Summon the Blood, which I can do during a regroup. So for a retconning one, I'd like to do that, and it allows me to recite a poem and get more HP back than I normally would, basically. But I'm gonna burn in AP to do that. And I do have one prepared for the
Awesome. I was about to say, what does this poem sound like?
I just get everyone together, and it's just like classic little pep talk. It's like, we're going into this birthday party, we don't know what to expect. I think we should all take a second, rebalance, recenter ourselves. As we say around the collective, do not lose hope, friend. The sun will shine on our brows this day and the next. Haiku.
Wow.
I love
It's
it.
really beautiful, Grieflock. Thank you.
That's beautiful.
And everyone gets to recover 3 extra HP on top of what they would have. Which chops me back up.
Neat.
Does,
I love that.
does that bring me up to 13 or I stay at 10?
I don't think
Okay.
it can take you above
Only
your
to
max.
max.
Gotcha.
Yep. So you'll be at 10. Okay. So if everyone would like to roll initiative, if you haven't yet, we can get things rolling.
Oh, right. I forgot you have to roll initiative.
This dice is also going into jail.
Let's see what that's.
We're down to 1.
God, 5.
Okay, that's a 16.
I have
That's a 2.
14 for Grieflock.
Ooh.
I heard a 2. Who had the 2?
That was me.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Hooray!
What did Des have?
6.
6. And Hector had what?
16.
16. Okay. All right. So, Wembley the Magnificent, a massive bronze dragon with large, sinewy muscles, iridescent scales, fins on the top of his brow, large, trailing whiskers coming from his face, and a large tail that also has spines and a long fin at the end of it, looks at the group of you and says, I'll be generous and let you have the first move. Your move, mortals. And so that
Ominous.
means Hector goes first.
Okay, so 2 questions. He is larger than an elephant, correct?
Yes.
Okay. The second question I have is, if I were to use stretch to make Grieflock bigger, would that increase the damage that he does?
I double it.
Okay, cool. I will use 2 action points to cause Grieflock to double in size,
Cool.
along with his weapons.
Grieflock, you're big now.
I yell Kaiju Grieflock as I'm growing in size.
It was meant to be.
Fantastic. Which brings us to you as well. Massive Grieflock. What would you like to do?
I would like to use my newly gained ability, Wild Attack, to make a wild attack. Attack with reckless power, disregarding my safety. Describe a signature style for the attack and what it looks like. I charge this dragon and do since I am a frog, take a leap, just elbow out. I'm trying to land just a great one right on his noggin.
Awesome.
I get to roll for that, which I've been super good at tonight.
Yeah, you've been on fire.
You got it.
Guys
Like
can
the
eat
milk. The
my
milk's also on
farts.
fire.
That's what is it?
That's a 4.
Oh.
So according to the chart here, on a 4 or a 2 to 5, I miss, and all enemies within reach can counterattack.
Oh no.
Oh no.
No.
You'll love to see it.
Or face some other misfortune. Oh gosh. Yeah, so you do a flying elbow and Wembley sees it coming and flicks a tail.
Yeah. Really telegraph that one.
And the counterattack, it misses actually. As he flicks the tail, it gets caught on a nearby table and takes just a moment too long to come flapping out at you, and it strikes a little low.
Just shout out, he's
That's
faster
good
than he
at
looks. Be careful, everyone.
And in fact, it would be his turn now, and he says, yes, I am faster than I look. I'm also strong and powerful and handsome. And he's going to use a lightning breath attack and breathe awful, awful lightning at the cluster of folks in range. I would love for everyone who has not moved yet to make a roll to see if you will avoid this damage.
9.
14.
16, shockingly.
Ooh.
Okay, so the 2 of you will avoid the damage. Poor Portia will not avoid the damage.
It fits with my name so perfectly.
It's true. So you can, with your tough choice, you can push a nearby ally out of the way and suffer the effect of the breath attack in their place. Or you can treat the roll as a success. And I'm going to go ahead and say the tough choice here is Mama Crag is also in the range here.
Oh, I of course push Mama Craig out of the way. Of
All right.
course.
That's very kind of you. You're going to take 6 damage.
Whoa.
3 of that goes away, taken by my shield, and I take the other 3.
Okay. Cool. All right. That would bring us to Alfie.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to spend 2 AP, going down to 17,
Mhm.
and we are going to cast Phantom Menace.
Uh-huh.
I read the mind of a nearby NPC and produce an illusion of a creature that they find extremely irritating. Only me and the target of the spell can see and hear the illusion. For the next 10 minutes, the illusion relentlessly mocks and taunts your target, provoking its full attention. I can control the illusion directly and have it manipulate small objects, blah, 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 or I may let the illusion go wild, allowing the guide to narrate its behavior. I'm going to let you do that.
Okay.
It'll be funnier.
I'm assuming you intend to produce a Nestor.
Well, whatever irritates this dragon the most.
Yeah.
Is it Nestor?
Wembley.
Who's to say?
Wembley is just so very predictable, and an illusory Nestor the Wise appears. I don't know if you've ever seen Nestor the Wise before, but Nestor is egg-shaped and has a long neck with a tiny little dragon head on top, and the smallest little arms,
I love
and
him.
a long noodly tail.
I love him. He's flawless. I'm glad we went through all of this to make him a birthday cake.
And he's a green dragon, so green scales. This illusory Nestor appears and goes, well, 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 look who it is, Wembley the fart. And Wembley just goes, oh, Nestor, how dare you? I am magnificent. And
Who's he talking to?
Yeah, I don't.
Illusion just goes,
Wait.
magnificent at being a fool.
He's talking to an illusion of Nestor that I conjured. He's distracted. Please hit him.
That would be
Solid.
perfect opportunity for Des to go.
Yeah, okay. So we're standing on like gold pieces and loot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you count that as metal?
I sure would.
Okay, I'm gonna use Steel Sprout, where I can turn nearby metal into plants that I can control, and I want to lock the legs in place.
Okay.
That's great.
Awesome.
Nice.
Very cool.
That's so cool.
Now he's locked in place and also arguing with an illusion. I love this.
Easy
We're really
target.
humiliating this guy.
Magnificently.
It would have been so much better for him to just go fight Hector the Giant.
Yep.
We tried.
Portia.
We gave the easy route.
Portia, it's you.
All right. Portia having been, it was lightning, right? Was it lightning or fire that hit me?
It was lightning.
Portia having been hit by this wave of lightning, just looks down at the thing. Like, well, that dragged some of it out, but not all of it. Oh goodness. and then is going to go, Des, could I borrow your hammer, please? Perhaps, do you mind?
Yeah. Like this would just whip it out and tosses it. Yeah.
And as I catch it, I'm going to spend 3 action points to do Lawbringer, where I summon technically a spectral warhammer, but I'd like it to be Des's hammer, for fun. And I'm going to go towards Nestor and try to, sorry, not Nestor, go towards our friendly rival and try to bonk him on the head with it. Does the fact that he is locked in place and arguing with an illusion give me any aid in this matter, or do I
Oh,
have to
yes.
kind of dodge around?
Definitely. You are going to roll your attacks with advantage.
Delightful. All right, let's do that. This dice is all, I just need new d20s. That's a 9.
Mhm.
I am now going to start looking while we resolve this for the rest of my d20 stock. They're all in jail now.
Okay. You do succeed, so you will cause damage. The drawback is that the hammer. Let's see. I have to think on the fly here. Hammer will either get stuck between some scales and require some extra force to be removed, or you will throw the hammer from overextending a little bit, putting a little too much oomph
Mhm.
into that attack.
I think possibly too much oomph.
Okay. All right. So you're dealing how much damage?
I'm dealing 3 damage with just whacking directly on the head.
Awesome.
And then I'll stay right up there.
Very cool. I love that. That brings us back to Hector, the not giant.
Hector, the well-endowed, was holding his what do you call it? His rolling pin, because he was making some little pies for some of the younger members who came. And so he takes it and he waves it at Wembleby, and uses Magic Strike, but he overloads it, which increases the damage to 4 and hits the target automatically.
Okay. Love an automatic hit.
So he just kind of like he kind of rolls the rolling pin, as if he's like with a gun or something, like doing the chamber. It's kind of like that, and it builds up the energy and shoots it out the end.
Nice. Very cool. Yeah, that energy strikes Wembley and he is tethered to the floor. You see that he's like trying to lift his legs, but they just kind of pull and then get pulled back down. And he just yells out, "Stop calling me a fool. I am magnificent," and is completely distracted. That would bring us back to Grieflock.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and probably try the same thing again and go for another wild attack. I just come in, arms flailing, seeing that he's nailed to the ground and talking to something. Okay. Let's see
Roll
what
with
happens.
advantage.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that. That's a 19.
That's a success. How much damage
Okay.
are we doing, and what does it look like?
You're
Well,
still twice as big.
Right. So because I'm big, my normal damage is a 2, so that would double it to be a 4. But with wild attack on a 19, it doubles again, so that's 8.
Oh.
And I just come in, and it's very Grieflock's a pugilist, right? So it's very like it's like working a punching bag because he's just standing still. Like I don't even have. It's like almost effortless. Just like boom, 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 and then I just kind of back off quickly afterwards, just to see what shape he's in.
Very cool. He's looking a little bit beaten, a little bloodied, if you would, at this point. And he cries out at being hit and says, "Oh, oh, oh, Nestor, your party guests are abusing and assaulting me." And the image looks to Wembley and says, "I didn't tell them to do that. People just naturally dislike you because you're pompous." And the dragon roars in fury and attempts to bite the image of Nestor the Wise and strikes air. Nothing happens because it's an image, it's an illusion. There's nothing there. That brings us back to Alfie.
Yay. Okay, I am going to. Why not? Let's burn through more AP. I'm going to go down to 13.
Mhm.
And I am going to use Bedazzle. I summon 4 prismatic bolts that sparkle brilliantly. I may direct each bolt towards any target I see. And the bolts each hit for 2 HP.
Nice.
So that's 8 HP. If all 4 hit a single creature, they are. The creature is affected by Mesmerize, which is... Wait, I have that one printed out. I dazzle a nearby commoner or minion with an optical illusion, but I think because it says he is affected by it, it works even though he's not a commoner or minion. He's dazzled with an optical illusion until I leave the area. The creature cannot move, take actions, or respond to conversation.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
The spell ends if the creature is harmed. So, like, it's not
Okay.
going to last long, but until the next time someone hurts him, he is simply frozen in place, being desperately insulted by illusory Nestor.
Or do we
And
just
is
leave him
also
there?
bedazzled now.
Yes, and he's been
simply-
injured, yes. For 8 hit points.
Beautiful.
We just
I-
leave him there as a party decoration since he's harmless now.
Oh.
No one touch him.
That would be interactive, you have to admit.
Yeah, I think Alfie would say he is harmless and can't do anything now as long as we don't touch him.
And Grieflock was like getting ready to wind up. It's like I can't do that to someone who's that's unethical.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Unethical.
Unethical.
What do you
There's a line.
what do you think, Mama Craig? What if we just decorate?
Wembley.
Like a Christmas tree?
Put some
Yeah.
fabric on him.
They have that
Yeah.
here? Yeah, just like Christmas tree.
I think Des
So
had
it's a-
some extra streamers and things.
Yeah, on my turn on the initiative, Des will start decorating.
We're more
Has a-
Festivus people, but I
like-
get it.
Put
Nestor
some
might
cute
find
little,
it funny.
cute little lights and
Mm-hmm.
drape things, and
You can
Yeah,
even
glitter.
get your metal plants can kind of grow up more around the legs.
yeah, grows
Oh.
up more.
You all turn Wembley into the most fantastic bronze decoration. The only problem is that he's on the dance floor,
Oh man.
but the kobolds immediately go about making a new section, sweeping up treasure and loot to make a new dance floor. And as they do, partygoers just kind of start to fill in the space as the music kicks back on, and Wembley is standing there mesmerized going, "I'm magnificent. I'm the best dragon."
Sure, buddy.
We
Believing
stuff
that.
we stuff some mistletoe in his mouth so that he can no longer talk, and cultists in love can kiss underneath the Wembley.
Oh, this is
Fashion groupies. No cultists. Remember,
Fashion
we went
groupies,
over
sorry.
this.
Fashion
Fashion
groupies in
groupies.
love. Fashion
Mhm.
groupies in love.
Yeah.
I am still concerned about Nestor showing up and being alarmed that there's a party in his house.
A
And
really well decorated one.
It is.
But
it is
we
fantastic.
did avoid a murder on the dance floor.
Yeah!
We did not kill the groove.
Yeah.
As the party kicks into full swing, another dragon swoops in from the hole that has been busted in the ceiling. The green dragon that Alfie looks familiar to you, but no one else saw it. But the same dragon I described for the illusion pops in. Oval shaped, green scales, long, sinewy neck, tiny little head, itty bitty wings, long, noodly tail, and small legs. Nestor the Wise careens into his home, holding a briefcase, and touches down and
That
says,
cake looks nothing like him.
"What's going on here?" And the music just stops. You get the record scratch, and everyone just kind of looks
Surprise!
Nestor.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Throws confetti.
Surprise!
Am I
And
still giant?
Yes.
Yes.
it lasts for 10 minutes, right?
It doesn't say how long it lasts for. I think it might be permanent.
What?
Giant Grieflock, and everyone yells surprise, I guess, and the
No,
confetti
Grieflock.
goes, and
I think you've really grown during this adventure.
Nestor looks at everyone and says, "I love surprises." And everyone cheers, and the party kicks back on. The music comes back. It is a bunch of kobolds in the corner playing an assortment of instruments that are made out of what appears to be trash. Drums.
I respect it.
Drums made out of rocks and sticks, and a Kleenex box with rubber bands and toilet paper tube for a guitar and things like that.
But do they?
Um,
but do they kind of slap?
Yeah. No, this
yeah.
is traditional kobold music. It's
Oh, yeah.
super great. And Mama Crag approaches you while everyone's having a great time, and Nestor's entertaining guests and opening gifts, and she says, "You all did such a great job helping me get the cake put together, and this party is bitchin'."
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I can't wait to do my magic tricks for it.
Yeah.
Now there's only the small matter of payment that needs to be dealt with. You are all entitled to one item from Nestor's treasure hoard.
Did he
That's
say
right.
that?
Yeah, no, he's cool with it.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
And she looks at Nestor from across the room and says, "I'm so glad that you all managed to make my son's birthday such a success."
Oh,
What?
I just start looking at the sizes.
And I
Okay.
think the scene kind of fades to black at that point. I'd love a little epilogue on what your characters might do after this party. And I think that we've finished this bitchin' party.
Yeah.
hell yeah!
So who wants to start?
I mean, I'm gonna say that we made such a great team. We've got the baking, the cooking, we've got the decorations, we've got the party planner, and we got the magician that Hector is seriously going to suggest. What if we go in together on this? What if we use the treasure that we get from Nestor the Wise's and invest it into a full-fledged party planning business? A party together business.
I mean, as long as I've got time to occasionally go on tour, because I'm going to be very in demand now. Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it could be a traveling birthday party thing, and we can go on adventures like I always wanted. Yeah, I'm down.
I mean, if our parties are anything like this party, there will be lots of adventure involved in getting to the party.
Yes,
Right. Did we all just become best friends?
I think we
I
did.
think we
we
did.
did.
I
think we
really
did.
think we did. Yes.
You know,
Friendship
Yeah.
is magic.
Yeah.
You're
Best
right.
magic of all, other than chronomancy.
Yeah,
all right. I love this. Y'all make your party planning business. And speaking of chronomancy, we're out of time then. Why don't we go around the table and remind folks where they can find us and say goodbye. Let's start with Taylor.
Hi, I'm Taylor. You can follow me on all social media, Spunky Taylor. It's up on Twitch. I'm Spunky Taylor Games on there. Yeah, as like if like what I did today. Yeah, follow me on all the socials. Tori.
Yay! Hi, my name's Tori. You can find me all over the internet as ThatNerdTori. I am a writer, crafter, gamer, TTRPG personality, and Foley artist of the internet. And yeah, follow me on all the socials. Catch me in some other games. I'll definitely be in some stuff for Pride Month, almost certainly, because I'm queer as fuck. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I will bop to Zoop.
Hi, I'm Zoop or Zoop Machine. You can follow me by putting that into your favorite search engine and seeing where I am. I might get a beacon or a link tree or a card. We'll totally see. But I show up on various places, like on Twitch, Beggar Street, and the Starfield. And I've been in one-shots and mini-series and various things like Game Master Monday and the Tabletop Tailspinners Network, and a couple other things. And I'm always looking for new people to play with, so hit me up if you want to, and I'll throw it to Emma.
I'm Emma. You can find me in real life if you recite the right incantation and my summoning ritual. But you can also find me occasionally streaming games at other places such as Girls Run These Worlds and Nerds with Dice, and I do not know exactly what yet, but I will probably be around also doing various games for Pride Month. So in the vicinity. And Miguel.
Oh, that means me. Hi, hello, and good night, everyone. I have been the internet's Miguel Classico. You can find me wherever social medias are sold at Miguel_Classico, unless there's not the underscore, because like Blue Sky and things like that. Yeah, I'm available. I don't know that I'm doing anything else stream AP wise for a while, so if someone needs a lovable idiot, you hit me up. Otherwise, I'd love to write or edit for anyone out there doing TTRPG stuff. I do have my own game, Culinaria, that I'm working on, which is a fun little fantasy and food making game. So, you know, keep an eye out.
And hey, I guess that leaves me. I am Wren. I'm your friendly neighborhood agender variety streamer, TTRPG performer, podcaster, audio engineer, and professional game master. You can find me all around the internet at thornydryad. That's like a prickly bush. You can check my stuff out on Card, and you can find me at the same place on Start Playing Games. I'm offering a Ryutama game, looking to fill some of my time this summer as I am between semesters of work. Also, listen to Roads Uncharted, the first ever Genesis AP podcast. I am the audio engineer and the voice of the character 8 in that. I would love if you gave us a listen. We are a wonderful, wonderful game. We played Quest RPG this evening, threw a wonderful kick-ass party for a dragon, and faced down the perils of asking a stranger for food, and put together that party and repelled a party crasher. Great job to my players this evening with fantastic ideas and clever creative solutions. And a big thank you to friends who roll dice and the tech crew for keeping this show running, even when my internet decided to poop out on us at the very start. Thank you all for being here. We're going to go ahead and raid. I'm just checking what the tech person said. We're going to Classical Glyza's channel. So hang around or don't. I don't know. Raids are better with friends. Thanks for being here. We'll see y'all next time.
Everyone.